On this episode of Driveway Finds, we take the oddly photogenic but totally junk 67 El Camino and work on it to get it ready for its journey from Oregon back to California.
We're supposed to leave at 5:30, and we are currently taking parts off of one car for another.
When we bought the El Camino years ago, the drum was basically welded onto the brake shoes, so we had to cut it off. We already knew it was missing, but luckily Brito had the perfect parts car to snatch parts from before we even left.
All that just for that simple little part.
Jesus.
Even though I'm trying to tell them that we really don't need to put the brake on the passenger rear because we can do burnouts without any.
We'll do some burnouts
Without any.
before we put it on, but we're going down a big grade.
It's fine.
Beginning the journey to go pick up the El Camino in Oregon.
Anyways, we made it to Reading. We're here. We're here with Nathan. I don't know his Instagram handle, but we'll probably put that in the description.
We're trading this GMC hood, which you can see. This GMC has a primer hood on it, and it matches perfectly, even with the GMC emblem on it. We're trading it for this here tack dash that will go into the Suburban. And
Sounds so professional.
we're also going to buy a CB from this here truck stop for the 1967 El Camino that we are going to fix and drive back.
The cheapest
From
one
Oregon.
I saw in there was $54, so I don't know if that's.
I don't know. Maybe we'll hit a garage sale Saturday morning. But we've only driven this El Camino 10 miles and done one burnout in it. We're going to drive it back from Oregon.
We're gonna change the hood right now. Because
Yes.
why not?
Because we're nice people. We want to change it. We want to make a truck right. That's what we're going to do here today. This has probably got to be the weirdest hood swap we've ever done. But, you know, we're helping a buddy out, and it's a nice way to stretch our legs before we begin the long trek to Oregon in the middle of the night. When you don't have any anti-seize or any WD-40, you take the dipstick, lather it up. Just lather that bolt right up. And then it'll spin it really easy.
Where'd you learn that?
I learned it from my mind right now.
It really makes a big difference, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
Like I said, fine-tuning. You're going to need a little bit of fine-tuning when you get home, but
Oh, that's okay.
it's better.
That's
Oh, yeah,
okay.
the GMC emblem makes
It really pops.
That's great.
Like over $100.
Nice.
Fuck that for a Patina truck.
It's 1:30. We just made it over the, what's the grade called?
Ashland grade.
Ashland grade, which is a pretty big grade if you've ever been on it. Suburban did great. We're smelling a little bit of oil when we were driving. So we're checking it out here. Ooh, valve cover. So it looks like the valve cover gasket's leaking
If I just tighten
on the
that.
exhaust. So hopefully we can just tighten it when we get to
When we get to
Rogue River, and hopefully we'll be good. LSs are supposed to not leak, but apparently at 1:30 in the morning, this LS is leaking. We took a nice little nap. So hopefully by tomorrow we'll be driving an El Camino. We're gonna go to the shop, pick it up in the morning, hopefully do a first little test drive back to Brito's dad's shop at his house, and yeah, we'll just be working on it all day. We have a DMV appointment at 3, so
hopefully we can make that. We'll see what happens, and then after that, it's time to start driving home. Hopefully we'll do a little bit of picking, a little bit of car hunting, and see what happens. Dude, come on, man. It's too early late for that. Early late?
The morning after.
I can't see, I'm blind.
Morning.
Good morning. He farts in his sleep.
We're on our way to get the El Camino and Road River to drive it back to Medford. I'm sorry, backwards to Medford to drive it back to Road River so we can work on it and try and get stuff going on it so we can leave in the morning.
Here it is, the moment of truth. This is the first time we've seen the El Camino in 2+ years. And now we gotta drive it all the way back to California.
Sagged out, I love it. Don't throw your whip through this. Yeah. The door like locked. Wow, the lock just not getting down.
We're in Medford at John's Auto Care. This is John Brito's dad's shop, and we're here to pick up the 67 El Camino, so we just got here to look at it. We just kind of started looking at it and realized we should probably have this on film, so just so you guys kind of see what we're up against.
So,
It's not that bad.
yeah, we haven't seen this thing for
It's been a while.
not a couple years, like a year maybe.
A year maybe.
It's
Yeah,
probably
maybe
been
a
sitting here for about a year, and I think we've driven it maybe a maximum of like 10 miles total.
Like ever.
So,
Ever.
first glance, motor looks okay. Master cylinder's a little on the loose side. The brakes also apparently don't work. We have a DMV appointment at 3:30, and yeah, come check out the plush cabin. Hold on, I got it.
There's already a door handle on.
There it is. Look how luscious this interior is. Perfect radio here. Beautiful shifter. There's even AC right here. This thing is ready to conquer the road. We're ready. We even have spare parts in the back for square bodies and 90s
like-
Chevy pickups.
Like a small bump is this thing's gonna like throw sparks from the bumper. Like so low to the ground.
It's become kind of a dumpster. At least we have style. We got caps and red lines. It's gonna be great. We're gonna make it.
What do you got there, head
Alright,
honcho?
well, we're gonna see if we can start it up. See how good it runs. We're gonna pour some octane juice in the carburetor.
Can we wait till we like tighten the brakes? You're just gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Oh my god, every time I spray, you stop. Crank, crank, crank. Oh man, that's a lot of fluid. Transmission fluid too.
We have to mount our new dealer plate so we can actually drive home legally.
It has to be like at least 30. It's gonna be very good.
This truck isn't making it home. not a car, it's not a truck. The front is where you drive, the back is where you fill in the rest.
Hey, don't crash.
Famous last words.
We're on our maiden test drive around the block. Here's a little bit of an interior view. You want to go do a burnout?
I'm absolutely doing one.
Okay, we're gonna go do a burnout. Not right here. We gotta kind of do it down the road a little bit, but here we go.
Rito's up in the rafters of their shop trying to find an alternator for the El Camino so we can get it back to Rogue River.
So the El Camino isn't charging. It's only at 12 volts when it's running. And we tried to excite the alternator exciter wire, but nothing really happened. So if we can buy an alternator, or no, find an alternator, then we don't have to buy it. So there they are. They're up there picking for an alternator. So this is where we're looking for our alternator. Grab a couple things for the El Camino because we probably gonna do the brakes. Pretty important. Transmission's a little slippy. So we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna try to fix it.
Ahoy, bitch!
Ahoy! The reason why we're wearing these amazing sailor hats is because this is a Malibu. It's kind of like a wakeboard. We forgot the DMV paperwork in Rogue River, which is 20 minutes away. We have 40 minutes, so it's gonna take 20 minutes to get there, 20 minutes to get back. Burrito's on the way. So that means we don't have his whole tool bag. So we're using this here crescent wrench to tighten our new alternator. Hopefully it'll work. Just need to hook up the last wires. We're gonna have to see which order these. Alright, we have an alternator now. We're waiting for it to go into third gear. But
It's like it's slipping pretty bad because it's like I have to give it gas for it to even move.
we are on our way to the DMV. The belt is slipping a lot.
They were wondering like which vehicle it was. And I'm like, it's that one right out there. She goes, the one that's like parked, like it's clearly not in a normal parking
Let's
spot.
show everybody what we got here. Look, we're technically in the VIN verification spot.
Just in a funky area.
We're good. Look at that.
We had doors open, the hood open. They're all out here like rebuilding this thing, and they're like, "You guys working on it?" I'm like, "Nope, just a tune-up."
Just a tune-up. Just a little tune-up.
Hey, guess what? If we need to make any adjustments to our brake line, we can do it through the rust floor.
Oh, look at that.
Rusted hole.
That's why that hole's there. It's not rust at all.
Dude, what happened to my damn?
So here's a little tour of the El Camino.
What happened to my? Oh, it's
We
there.
got
What's going on?
luscious door panel.
I need something
Beautiful.
better.
Hey, it still has this though. That's beautiful. What else we got here? We got black plates. We have this beautiful windshield that's really, really easy to see out of. Oh, this mirror works really, really well. Also, what do we got? What else we got here, Justin? What else we got in the El Camino?
Check out my spacer.
We got a really nice seat spacer right there. We also have, let me relay here, beautifully wired brake lights. Perfect. This baby's ready
Does
to
it run
go.
like shit now?
It still runs like shit, yeah.
That's not that bad.
It's not bad. Alright, Burrito. What is the El Camino?
Piece of shit.
Well, besides that,
Owned by me.
is it currently owned by you? Currently kind of registered?
It's actually pseudo registered.
Okay.
It's lien sale. All the paperwork started, so it's legal.
Okay. We need to get this thing to run worth a shit, because it runs
Let's
bad.
find a good shady spot, and I need to chill.
There's an O'Reilly's over there.
Look at that guy. He's like, it looks brand new. Look, he's like, yes, sir, brother. Oh, they're gonna. Of course, they're gonna stop.
Look at this beauty. Traded it for the van straight up.
Oh, this thing?
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Is it shifting?
No. It just shifts
Bad. I think like almost.
I think it gets into third.
We almost took someone's house.
Not really.
Do you think it gets into third? Well, then it's shifting.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. But dude, there's something up. It's got to have some sort of like a turbo 350 kickdown linkage is line pressure, stuff like that. I don't know unless that's just a
It's
700.
turbo 400. It's electronic.
I know, but it needs. I know that's the kickdown, but it's just sitting there. So it's like maybe the vacuum modulator's fucked up.
Strip mall parking lots are obviously the perfect place to work on your car. We got the alternator working, we got to pull the wheel off to swap out those brake parts, and we also had to track down a vacuum modulator to throw in that transmission. Hopefully we'll get up into third gear. Changed the wheel cylinder, so now we're gonna bleed the brakes because they don't work at all, and we kind of almost
work,
blew
they
through
work.
an intersection a little bit earlier. So
It was really close,
we're
too
gonna do a
close
little
for
brake
comfort.
bleed, and hopefully it's gonna work.
All right, let's do it. Okay, pump up.
All right, pump it.
Whoa, brakes work. Okay, hold.
Holding.
Okay, this wheel is done, son.
Good. I let off.
Yep. Do we even need to bleed the other side?
Okay, here we go. We're on our next test drive. Smack my head into the window. We're on our next test drive. Hopefully the transmission's gonna work. The brakes are already working. Oh! Third gear. We got third gear. Fuck yeah, dude. We're good. We're good.
Dude. We're on.
We
It's
hit third gear. That modulator, dude. We got it. Look at that.
Alright, turn right here.
Belt's not slipping anymore.
We're good. And
Brakes
the belt's
feel
not
good.
slipping anymore. We're fucking
Modulator's
set, dude. We're ready
working.
for Cali. Let's
Ready.
do this. Oh, we're good, dude.
How's it feel? Oh!
Good.
Oh!
We're good. I mean, it pulls to the left.
It was good.
No, I know we're talking to him.
I know, we're talking to him like he's in
dude.
here.
We're forgetting that we gotta press the button. No, it's
That's good.
It's much better.
Hey,
It's still pulling, but it's better.
Transmission's good. That was like, oh, thank God.
But not bad.
Yeah, it stops pretty good. The transmission finally works, dude. That vacuum modulator. And here's our first freeway run. The belt's slipping, of course. Here we go.
Dude, it's man. Honestly, pretty good. Not that bad.
Other than that, it's not bad. It's just the belt. It's the problem. So we gotta fix the belt.
All right, we just made it to the gas station. Let's see what's okay. We just got off the freeway.
Like 180.
What's that?
180 probably.
180. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good.
The brakes are pretty good. Transmission's literally restored. Rebuilt in a parking lot, basically. And it's running pretty good. Not running super hot. Just have to figure out if that belt's squeaking or not. Pulleys aren't really the best.
Pull off the next exit.
It slips the whole time on the freeway, so we're gonna see if we can tighten it up. It might be a little bit of rust on the pulleys or something like that. But
Choppy waters ahead, sailor.
Bump stops. What bump stops?
there's nothing wrong with this hat. Do it. Go.
Got a better one.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This thing is shitty now with that brake.
She's gutless. I think what's happening is we have a one-wire alternator, but we weren't really sure if it was a one-wire alternator because it had terminals on it. So what we did was we unplugged the voltage regulator. We have a jump box just in case the belt's not squeaking anymore. We're gonna check it out and see if it works.
What was that? May I remind you guys that you're driving a 50-year-old vehicle that is an absolute bucket of shit that has no seat belts, so you might not want to like go 80.
Hey, this thing's pretty good. It's not bad.
I need goggles.
Yeah, we need some goggles. 50 years worth of dust and bugs and wasps are flying everywhere, but overall it's not bad.
Saggy Cappy El Camino made it back to Rogue River. It's time to do a little bit more preventative maintenance wrenching on it in the shop and maybe attempt to drive it back to California.
This is my dad's home shop, Medford, Oregon. Or actually, this is Rogue River. We're gonna pull the El Camino in and try and make it good.
Moving some other cars so we can get the El Camino in the shop. Hey girl.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess.
You just got in this Volkswagen with just dirty clothes and has tan interior.
Why does the driver's
Also,
seat?
the check engine light's on, so.
It was rolling coal.
Hey, when you guys were on the freeway, at some point you like floored it for a second?
Oh yeah.
There was like bolts, there was like dirt, it was like ding-a-ling-a-bing-a-little-little-bit. I was like, Trevor, don't follow too close. Don't follow too close.
This is the very first time any of us have ever looked underneath this thing. We had no idea if we were going to find a raccoon hanging out under there or what, but it's been probably 20 plus years this thing's been sitting with no mechanical work ever been done to it in that amount of time. So this was a little interesting.
Wow, look at the spring tag. It's Still has it.
And they're not even cut, they're just that fucking cloud.
Wow, look how thin they are.
2x4s in them.
I think the frame is like wider.
Wow, look at the drive shafts. Look at the drive
It's
shaft.
buried. It's bad.
Wow. And the rear end's hanging down.
Wow, 2 into 1.
How many times does that muffler hit the ground, you think?
I don't think once.
The frame does hit the frame.
Okay, let's read it.
What's this leak? Is that fuel?
No. I think it's water. Oh my god, look how long this hose clamp is. Dude, look how long that hose clamp is. Wow.
Where's the light for the camera?
So we had planned this trip loosely beforehand, but we only got one night to work on the El Camino once we actually got up there. Everything took a little bit longer, registering it, driving it, having to run the papers back and forth, and we were in an area that was relatively unfamiliar to us. I hadn't lived in this area for over a decade, and finding auto parts stores and just generally finding your way around was a little bit difficult, but we were lucky my dad's shop is pretty well stocked, and we did get the basic safety stuff done to the El Camino so we would not die.
Cotter pin. So I'm kind of hoping this will be our new cotter pin.
It's pretty clean.
I honestly don't see why that would be a problem, except for it's a little thinner than a cotter pin. Other than that, it's twisted.
How often have you taken? Still go on.
That's good. That's good.
Done. That's good.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Tires.
We need to do a toe adjustment. All right, wheel bearings. Done. Belt. We gotta do the belt.
We're done for the night. We're really done. Like, it's not done, but we made it run better. We did plug wires. We bled the brakes. We got like a bunch of baby poop out of the brake lines. And I almost murdered Dustin against my dad's shitty toolbox. So,
Good night.
On the next episode of Driveway Finds, find out if the El Camino makes it home or if it dies and we just abandon it on the side of the road.